What's up, everybody? KGM live stream tonight. Let me just adjust this here camera. Yes, sir. Let's do some live stream wrenching tonight. Yeah, we got the Redcat Vigilante going back on the bench. We have to finish putting it back together. I mentioned the last stream, I had that crash where it fell out of the tree. Well, I kind of backflipped it, mid backflip, it landed in a tree, got hung up, had to shake the tree, get the thing to fall, and when it landed out of the tree, broke the front end. So, and I have some upgrade parts that I'm installing. Let's see what's up, guys. I'm going to start saying hello to people in the chat. Catch up. I see JM's RC was here early. What's up, man? Hybrid was here early. Thank you. Lotus RC. Got to get used to the new name, man. Lotus RC. He was here early. Thanks, man. Lauren, what's up, brother? Always good to see you. Who else we got? Nitro RC Wyatt. How we doing, man? I don't think I've ever seen your name in the stream before. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Everyone's good, man. Everyone's good. Just it's snowing a lot right now, and it's that real light, fluffy powder stuff. So it'll be easy to clear out, but I don't know. Not what I wanted. It was it all melted. It was all melted by yesterday morning, and then it got real cold again last night, and we had about 2-3 inches on the ground this morning. But it's like 18 degrees now, and we probably got 6 to 8 inches of snow since about 6 p.m. So it's really coming down right now. It should clear out of here by midnight and get it all cleaned up by the morning. I just want to get them kids to school, man. My kids got to go to school tomorrow. They're driving me insane. They had a snow day today. They got to get to school. J Mac, what's up, my brother? Steel City, Pittsburgh. Right on, man. Right on. Go. You know Steel City RC? Big fan of Gorley's channel. Cool. Savage 4.6 doing wheelies. I like to hear that. Awesome, Lauren. Congratulations. I love hearing good news, man. Cyclone, what's up? See, I start messing with the cameras. My luck. You know how it always goes over here, Lotus. I start messing with stuff. I'll start disconnecting this. Then I'll lose the stream. Just my luck, man. Just my luck. So, like I said, I'm gonna dive into this Redcat. I ended up getting a pinion gear yesterday. Wednesday. No, yesterday was Wednesday. Tuesday night, I went and grabbed a pinion gear. The only thing my hobby shop had was a 25 tooth Arma gear, so we're gonna put that on there. It's Mod 1. Redcats are use a Mod 1 gear, so it'll mesh, and we'll get after it. Seeing I am using a Spectrum motor, I figured it's only fitting to put a stock Arma gear on there. It's not going to hurt it. I'm sure that stock gear is stronger than any Redcat gear that they manufacture. So we'll see. I might be just giving myself another project to deal with in the future. But good news is I have multiple sets of all the gears for this thing, like multiples upon multiples. They're the stock Redcat gears, but I want to get this through the testing phase of like the new stuff that I'm putting on here, and then I'll invest in the Vitavon ring and pinion gears for the diffs. Man, if I open that door, you're not going to see anything. You're not going to see anything, and I'm just going to get a bunch of snow in here. Get the ramp. Let me see if I can There you go. That's the snow we're getting right now. Get the ramp, he says. That ramp's put away for a while. I'm hoping that as the snow pile next to my garage gets built up, that I'll be able to jump something with it. But the problem is once you jump it onto the other side, it's just gonna settle down in the snow, and then you're gonna have to go retrieve it anyway. So you know what I mean? Double-edged sword with that. Double-edged sword. So if you guys recall from Sunday night, we finished up the front end, got the new bulkhead installed. We yeah, we had to repair the bulkhead. That's the only thing that was wrong with the front end. And then when we put it back on the truck, we have to put a new front skid plate on because I did crack the original one when it fell out of that tree. And this is between this and two screws. This is the only thing that holds that front section onto this truck. Um, it's honestly it's a modular design, but it's a definite weak point. It's a definite weak point, especially with the Redcat plastic. Um, you have two screws here that go into the chassis. This is what holds it up top. You have two screws here that go into the chassis support, the corner supports. I don't know, lack of a better term. And then you have that rear skid plate, which is, I mean, it is designed. The skid plate is designed with all these gussets molded into it, and it does give it some rigidity. It's almost a little too rigid, I feel. This should have been made out of a different plastic, something a little bit more flexibility. A lot of this stuff I feel should have been a little bit more flexible because when this stuff gets cold, it's brittle. It's brittle, but we'll see. We'll see. Would I buy that truck again? The Redcat? Yes and no. Um, I like it. I would buy it again, but I would if I was to buy it again. It would be one of them things where they were having a extreme discount on it. I would not pay full price for that again. And I got it on the release, like the second run of the release or whatever it was. So I feel as it's out, they'll do a silent revision to it with some of the different issues that people are having, but I'm not sure. 30 to 50% off. Yeah, man. 30 to 50. So, like I said, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to have to take that camera and put it up here because I don't know. This, I need a new computer or something. I don't know, man. It's just getting, I don't get along with technology very well. It's a wonder I've even figured out how to start this whole YouTube process with my technology skills. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. You never ignore a phone call from your mother or your wife. So I had to take that phone call. Have Chef help me out with what? Help me figure it out. Yeah. Chef's the man. Chef is the man. All right. So let me see here. Oh, yeah. Like I said last Sunday in the stream, I put the 800 kV Spectrum. This is the 56111 800 kV Spectrum motor. And this was on an extreme discount at Tower Hobbies a couple weeks ago. So I picked that up, and we're gonna put a Max 5 behind that. This is the Max 5 that was originally in my Outcast. So we're gonna put this with the pair it with this Spectrum motor, and we'll go from there. We have this is an M2C deal. We're gonna test the fitment out on this for M2C. This is the Max 5 and XLX2 plate, ESC plate. So I just need to line up the holes, bolt her on, and we'll get after it. All right, guys? Let me put you up here. Whoa. 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 You have to be quicker than that. Whoa. I'm going to use a Redcat Gen 8 as my counterweight for this camera. Oh, look at that. Beautiful top-down view today. Beautiful. All right. So like I said, Max 5. This is a used Max 5 that I've had for a while. I'm going to pop this on. Line the holes up for the Max 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got them. Screw some screws in there. I am going to take these out. Nope, not that one. Oh, guys, look at this. I bought these cool bins off of Amazon. So I got a set there, and I got a set over there. Perfect. They are in great spots for easeability of for wrenching. Major easeability. What's up, Mets? What's up, my man? They are very handy, Mets. Very handy. Those electric cars, I hear one outside. They remind me of the guys remember that movie Flubber with Robin Williams? That floating yellow object, that robot he had. That's the sound. The sound they make. That's what it reminds me of. Oh boy. That's not good. Never a good sign. Especially with this truck. 2.5. Oh man, I really done it now. Oh, I got it. I am going to discard this screw immediately upon extraction, so this doesn't accidentally get put back in there. That guy is rounded off. Expertly cataloged that in the trash. How long have you had a Vigilante, and what is your overall thoughts on this RC? Debating whether I should get one. So, J-Mac, I will tell you this as follows. If you're new to my channel, and you probably haven't seen a lot of my videos, I had nothing but problems with this thing. A few of them were extremely minor, and me being really nitpicky, like the paint. The paint was peeling off the body. But like I had problems with the gears. The original motor shaft snapped. So the one flaw that they really made a mistake on when they manufactured this is they have a motor with a 5mm shaft, and this is an A scale. I feel like all A scale RCs should at least have a 8mm motor shaft, but that's just my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. But for the money, and the price point on this RC, I don't know, man. I do recommend it to an extent. Like if you want to get your feet wet with a 5th scale electric RC, by all means, I wouldn't sleep on it. But in the same sense, how far do you want to go with it is what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. How far can you go with a Redcat? Just going to cut some of this foam padding and put it under my ESC. Where I solid mount it. Yeah, if you have an X-Max, you really can't. If you have an X-Max, I would just stick with that. X-Max, XRT. You're really not getting anything special out of this that you wouldn't get out of an X-Max or an XRT, honestly. I mean, if I had the money for an X-Max or an XRT at the time, that would have been my first choice, for sure. All right. Just got to flip this on its edge. All right, so that is intended to go in there that way. All right. So this is the front. I want my battery cables to be this way. All right. Flip this over. All right. All right, so I'm just going to bolt this ESC to this plate. I was never really a fan of rigid mounting ESCs. I always felt like I was better off taping them, 3M tape. You know what I mean? Just my 2 cents on that. I feel like if something goes awry, you have a better opportunity of saving the ESC if it's soft mounted, for lack of a better term. The front of the plate, Curtis. The front of the plate, not the front of the not the front of the truck. The front of the ESC plate I'm working with. Drop the screw. All right. What's up, Curtis? How you doing? Vance, what's up, my man? Todd, isolation is good. Do agree with that. That's probably the term that I was getting to with my endless babbling. But this foam pad I stuck onto the ESC will hopefully help absorb some impact. Vance is doing a drive-by. Appreciate that, man. All right. So, as I fold my pit mat, my RC Alchemy pit mat, and completely throw my screws all over the place. All right. Get this thing in there. Oh, all you guys can see is a wheel. Sorry. Kurt, what's up, man? What's up, Kurtz? How you doing, man? KGM torque wrench. All right, I promise I'll stop doing it now. Got a one-track brain, guys. It's hard for me to talk while I'm concentrating on putting screws in. Very simple-minded. Very simple-minded guy. Oh, geez, Nitro, what's up? How we doing? Last screw for this piece. All right, we're in. It's in there. All right, let's see. That Max 5 is a big honking piece of ESC, that's for sure. I do like how Redcat has this plastic cage for the button, the power button. That was a good design feature. I do have to give him that. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So let me show this. It's this cool little cage here, and it just slips right over the power button, encapsulates it. This is the caveat to the ESC being isolation mounted, as the term Todd used. I do like having the switches screwed to the chassis. Look at that can, he says. So this is this is not the stock motor. This is a Spectrum 800 kV. The model number is 56111. Hold on a minute. I put this in wrong. Yeah, so the model number on that Spectrum can is 56111. And oh man, dropped a screw down there now. Gotta get a magnetic driver and retrieve it. The stock motor out of this, we'll do a little side-by-side comparison. That's the stock 1250 kV. So, yeah, the 800 is substantially bigger. Substantially. Just got to get this in here to seat correctly. I don't want it to be accidentally pushing the button. Nope. Button push is good. Yes, running 8S, correct. All right, that's not interfering with the button. All right. What else was I looking for? KGM lost the parts again. Oh boy. Here's I'm putting a 25 tooth pinion on that with that motor. The stock pinion is an 18 tooth with a 1250 kV. So if my grade school math is correct, it evens out. So I'm going to have to take that off so that I can lift the tower up. Well, that 540, or I think it's a 540 or it's a 560, whatever comes with the Max 4 combo, that's a true beer can. So I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to lift this up so I can get this battery tray under. All right, so get this battery tray under so I can bolt this battery tray in. These are really nice billet battery trays that M2C is going to start producing for this truck, which is cool because this is gaining interest of the aftermarket. Getting some aftermarket support for a Redcat is huge, in my opinion. All right. Flip this back over. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it's cumbersome to try and get my framing correct while wrenching. Just a little cumbersome. Not too bad. One thing that's a little aggravating with this vehicle, there's a lot of fasteners for a lot of different parts that are hidden. The access is hidden underneath skid plates, and you have to take a lot of it apart just to get after it. Which, I mean, it is what it is. They can only do so much with their design. I want to lose this. Got a couple more screws in that bag. The wasteland looks nice. Sleek Hobbies, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, straight monster. I got a Max 5 G2 in my M2C Mega Creighton, and that is 12S capable. The motor's bigger than the other Max, the other 800 kV Hobby Wing motor I have. Like I said, it's 12S capable. That's a stout motor, man. Extremely stout. Like I said, there's so much stuff under this chassis that you have to take this bottom skid plate basically has to come off to work on anything, to work on your center diff, anything up front. You got to take that off. Has no business being in it, huh? You never put them where they belong, right, Todd? It's always overpowering something. All right. So, yeah, this battery tray looks nice in there. Beautiful. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, you do have some big ass bolts there, Lotus. That is for sure, man. Cool stuff. Just gotta spin this my way so I can get this gear mesh proper. Gotta get the proper gear mesh. If you hear the buzz, guys, furnace just kicked on again. Yeah. Monster Max. I like that name. Yeah, everyone's got boat envy of Lotus. Appreciate that, Lotus. Appreciate that. Monster, big, black and green, built piece from the screws up, man. That's sweet. I like doing that because then you're not messing around with having leftover stock parts for a future project. It's always leftover stock parts for a future build that'll never get done. Yeah. The inducer fan. Thorn in my side. Thorn in my side. I put the wrong screws in the motor the other night. It's all right, though. I found my mistake and I admitted it. Right? Oh, shucks, Todd. Thanks. What's up, RC Adventures? How you doing, man? Keep forgetting I don't have my headphones in tonight. So if you guys at any point can't hear me or if I need to speak up, let me know. For sure, RC Adventures. Lots of good people here. A couple new faces too, man. Appreciate everybody stopping out, hanging out tonight. RPM Nitro, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Like I said the other night, it's coming to that point in the year where I'm going to get more time to stream. Thanks, Todd. I really do appreciate that. Trying to attract a crowd for everyone. You know what I mean? Not just the Nitro people, not just the fifth scale people. I like to attract RC people. You know what I mean? Just RC people in general. course. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate that. So this M2C motor mount is pretty stout. I'm just going to temporarily bolt this up here so I can put my gear on. My last AST video, I talked about my circle track slash more than my Savage House building. Oh, like a glove. So with the original motor mount, I had to slot. So here's the original motor mount. I had to slot this. I know a few of you guys were in the live when I first got this thing. Before I even took it out, I put a bigger pinion on it, and I slotted this to get that bigger pinion on, because 19 is probably the max you can put in this without modifications from the factory. So I'm going to grab the grub screw, put some Loctite on it, then torque it down. I will say the other reason why I grabbed this arm of gear was for the simple fact of the matter is it's cut for the it's not a round hole, it's a D-shaped hole, so shaped like a D, not the D. Doctors make it super tough to get antibiotics now, huh? All right, so, and in order to properly mesh this pinion and ring gear on your center diff, this center cover, this gear cover needs to be on so that your bearings are seated. Because if this bearing is not seated, then you are going to have problems. Come on, fit in there. Fit. Come on. All right, I got to pull this out. It's the wrong size driver, buddy. Wrong size driver. John, what's going on? All right, so like I said, this needs to be in there, and it is going to interfere with this giant pinion I'm putting on. So I'm going to have to clearance this a little bit. Oh no, I dropped the screw. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Got my trusty hacksaw. I'm just going to cut a little bit of the gear cover away. This is not the proper use of a saw. You should never cut towards yourself, but I'm a highly experienced professional, sawing professional. That'll work. Pruning shears work great for cutting plastics. Trying to learn something new as I'm in here cutting away with a hacksaw into my body, into my hand. Don't do it like that. Let's see if that's enough. That little piece has got to go. One second, guys. Got to take this phone call. All right, I'm back. I am back. My wife's work's closing down early because of the snow, so I might have to go pick her up. But we'll tackle that when it comes down to it. We will tackle that at a later date. All right. That'll work. Let me get this. Pop this cover back in there. Get this bolted down so that the gear is seated. JMs, I didn't know if you were still here or not. What's up, man? So I will say this gear cover was one of the problems I was having with this. There's these little steel thread certs in there, and that's what holds this gear cover down. And it's a really coarse threaded steel thread cert into the plastic. It doesn't exactly give the best connection. All right, so that's going to interfere with the motor mount screw, so I will have to pull this back out. New receiver. Oh, radio system. I recommend the Noble, the FlySky Noble NB4. That's definitely the best bang for the buck. Dumbro or Dumbo RC, they do make a decent one. I have fiddled around with one of them before. Relatively inexpensive, but I can't recommend the FlySky Noble enough. The Dumbo, you can do all the channel mixing and everything, just like you can with a higher end radio. Yes, transmitter, radio, all the whole radio system. A lot of these radio systems are not interchangeable, so you have to buy the whole system. No problem, man. I'm going to put those KGM G strings on order like that guy was talking about the other night. If you remember. That is not the right. This one is. Trying to lift this big boy motor up. It's pretty heavy. All right, I I got to get these rear wheels off the ground to get this backlash set. Let me pull this gear out again, this cover out again. Yeah, I heard that Spectrum, that DX5 is pretty good. Like Todd's recommending the Spectrum stuff. I heard that's pretty good. I've never messed with the Spectrum stuff before, besides the RTR, radio systems. I put this back in prematurely. Oh, there's my head. You guys got a good look at the top of my head. Pan pizza. Hybrid's getting a pan pizza. All right, that's good backlash. Get this locked in there. Get it close. Then I can put that cover back on. Pizza for X-Max, or for Xmas, X-Max. Good backlash. It's hard to see in there. Gotta get my favorite Harbor Freight flashlight out. Oh yeah. Hear it? That's the noise I look for when I'm setting backlash. That's the noise I am looking for. Get these torqued. All right. Torqued. Get my cover back on. Backlash still feels good with the bearings seated. It still feels good in there. Absolutely, man. Everybody gets that funk, especially this time of year. That seasonal funk. I see what's going on now. All right. I have to cut a little bit more off this gear cover. I hear the snowplow. GoPro's dead to hybrid? Oh boy. I'm just going to slice this off right here. Get you in some light right here. Oh. Hacking this gear cover right up. That's fine. Ah. Side cutters work good for that. All right, so we're still hitting up here. So I'm going to take another little bit out of there. Let me grab a hit that with a little bit of a file. Just a little bit more. A little bit more with the file. All right. That should be good. I just don't want the pinion gear to be clearance in the gear cover. Oh, that'll be great. It worked beautifully. It doesn't look like it was chewed on by a rat when you're done with it. Did you even work on it? Doesn't look like Master Splinter chewed on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wade, what's up, man? Wade's fifth scale. How you been? Oh yeah. Backlash is still good. Mesh is perfect. Put this screw back in. This screw. There it is. Put the rest of the truck back together now. All right, I can get this thing out of there. Get that out of there. I can put this back in. Mesh is still great. Now I can get this whole front end back together and then worry about the wiring. Well, I mean, I can put this in now. ABC. It's not censored, so it doesn't matter where the wires go. Haven't talked to you in a while, Wades. How you been? How's that outlaw build coming? In. All right, those are tight bullets, but they fit. All right. Where? There, please. This has to go in here. Just wrestling parts, guys. Just wrestling parts. You dirty screw. Come on. My sausage fingers. Can't get it in there. My sausage fingers. Assistance from the pliers is needed. Assistance from the pliers is needed, guys. Oh, yeah. Pliers are going to add some easeability. Definite easeability with the pliers. Come on. What am I doing here? There we go. Oh, it's in. It is in. Bingo, bango. All right, so now I can get this front end on. Get this beefy drive shaft in. That sleeve is in. Get the drive shaft line up. Gotta slide it under that. See what I mean? It's like everything you touch on this, you have to take off one part to get to the next. All right, that's locked in. Can put this back on. Foundry, what's up, man? Bodybuilding now, Todd. Bodybuilding. Post bodybuilding every day. Get these splines in. All right. Them are in. All right. So now I can put some grease in there. Get some grease in there. Pack it in there. Nine months to get a part for the Baja, huh, Wade? What'd you do? Have them custom fabricate you something? The other thing with this is debris gets all over this stuff. Gets in all these drive houses. Take a scoop out. That's all right, though. It's like sandblasting. Just polishes the gears, right? The debris. Off the guy, what's up, man? The reason why I'm doing this is because this cover seems to only go on one way. That's the way it goes on. That's the way it goes on. And this seats that center bearing. But in order to take that off, you have to take both rear skid plates off. So it's kind of one of them things. It's like, come on. It's like you really couldn't have built that any other way. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, Gary. How they work that around. The cracking. It didn't sound like it bit into anything. I think my center tower's stripped. Yeah, that might be a little stripped. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Just a fair warning, guys. Like I said, my wife said that her work was closing early because of the snow. I might have to go pick her up. So if I have to leave, that's the dealio. All aspects. What's up, man? Appreciate that. Stopping by, man. More screws for this or other over on my other bench. All right, Lauren, good to hear from you. Glad everything worked out, man. Yeah, no prep's dead around here, man. I haven't raced in a long time. It's been a long time since I did any racing. Hopefully at some point in time we can get the band back together. But we'll see. All right, skid plates in. First time in a long time, this thing is going to be completely back together. Flip her back over. Get these steering tie rods in. That was the driver on the body pin. Yeah. No budget on screws, that's for sure. There are a lot of them in this thing. There are a lot. A lot of these screws I'm using aren't even from this project. Yeah, that's the sound you want. The sound of you stripping out the hole on your RC. Electric drivers will do that. It'll still hold. Famous last words. longer screws are going in those. Maybe too long, but whatever. They're in. They are in. That's not a necessary screw. That's not going in. All right. She's assembled. IKEA, her seat. Yeah, right. Gear mesh sounds good. I do know that I have the strongest feeling that that's going to be too much gear. But you never know until you... Oh, yeah. Push that over. That's going to need a zip tie. Expand this a little bit. That'll be good. And if it falls off, right? Happens to the best of them. Pop this in. Pop the fan in. Good. Pop all this in the battery box. Pop this under here. IKEA RC, that's funny. I like that. Thanks, Rob. I got a DR10. It's definitely a immediate donor candidate as far as platforms go to race, because you're not going to be competitive off the rip with that. That is a given. I think my top speed with the box stack was 32 or something, 32 mile an hour. Extremely slow. But it does look like a solid donor platform for upgrades. Where did I put the body pin for that? Little guy. It's just a little guy. Definitely no shortage of body pins here. Pop that in there. This is ready to rip, man. Ready to rip. Favorite tool for doing battery strips is a pick. Battery straps are in. This is ready to rip, guys. Ready to rip. Checking my wear pattern on my tires. See which one was on which wheel. Not that it matters, they're non-directional. Non-directional. All right. Lock down. Yeah, that gear's still rubbing the cover a little bit, but it'll find its home. Sweet. Overpowered, overgeared Redcat Vigilante coming at you. Those will go in there like that. Cool stuff. Cool beans. Those screws bit. It still will support the weight of the RC. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. I'm excited I got that done, honestly. Excited I got that done. Yeah, I realized that my last drag build, my Eliminator build, was better as a dry tire car. What was I using? Spidey Spunk or something? Spidey. I think it's Spidey Spunk it's called. It was a little too much. Went through one too many diffs. Blew through one too many diffs. Look at all the dust on her. She's definitely been on that shelf for a while, right? She's definitely been on that shelf. So this is a the heck is it? 5.7 Designs. That's the word I'm looking for. 5.7 Designs. This is the 2022 Aero. Carbon fiber chassis. Running Mamba Monster 2. This is the retro. So this doesn't have this has no low voltage protection or anything like that whatsoever. This is just a straight, basically jailbroke ESC4 racing. Got a Team Seiko. I can't remember if I got the Black Magic or the White Magic. It's a White Magic. So it's a really high KV for drag racing. I can't remember the KV on it. It's extremely high for drag racing. It's like a 550 600 or something. It's really high for drag racing. I got my capacitors over my rear end for some weight, but this I'm a little. I built this, and everything went south with the drag racing here. I gotta, even just to go out and make a few passes by myself, just to keep myself keep my reaction time good, is what I'm trying to say. But this is I had a lot of fun doing this car. Got the BMF carbon fiber wing on it. It's one of the things I went all out on, and everybody went all out on me. It's okay. All good. What really got me into doing the drag racing was the primal, but I traded that away. I don't have the primal rail anymore. I bet my Rustler could whoop it. I don't know, man. This thing fucking, excuse me, first time I slipped up in a while. This thing probably do about 70 on 2S, the right gearing. Probably more than that. Yeah, the bad racing wheels. I love these things. These are the ultra light. These are all CNC cut on the inside of the tire too. If you can, I don't know if I can get in there and show you. I need to take this off the shelf. Take the camera out. I don't know how well you can see in there. Probably not very well at all. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Inside of the wheel is all CNC cut for weight reduction. Put this back on the shelf. I just happened to set this up there. It's that Valkyrie from Redcat. I just happened to set this body on top of it. Wheelbase is pretty close. I don't know. That'd be cool. I would have cut up an airbrush body like that, though. I couldn't bring myself to do that. Somebody worked very hard to airbrush that body. I could not do that. That would be sacrilegious, if you would. But I got everything I wanted to accomplish tonight done. I'm excited about that because now I can run that Vigilante. Maybe I can get it out in the snow before it all melts again. I won't have to worry about overheating that motor with that extremely high pinion gear on it. That's I'm gonna have to mess with the ESC, make sure I don't overload it. If it starts on fire though, I got plenty of snow to put it out. No, nothing. I'm not firing anything up. The last time I did that, my ears rang for like 4 days, a month and a week almost. Ears ringing. But Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate all the new people checking out the channel. Look at what I found. The little pin I was looking for. I'll put that in there before I forget about it. But like I said, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. And I like the dialogue in the chat. It's always well received. But like I said, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everybody has a good day tomorrow. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And catch you all later.